Sunday. Happy Sunday, y'all. Happy Sunday. Your girl is back. If you haven't been here for the lives, you've been missing out. We've been doing lives maybe for like the past 2 weeks, 2 to 3 times a week. So if you're new here, you're in for a treat. We're back with our 60 days to attractive. And I'm really excited that so many of you guys have been tuned in. And so many of you guys have been doing image audits. Very necessary. Very necessary. I fear that the girls have gotten lost and confused on this internet of ours, and they need some hand holding. Okay? And I shouldn't just say girls because I work with women and men, but the girls are locked in on my socials, so it's just like a summer party for us, pretty much. Okay, so today I've got some tea for us. I think that's what we've got for today. We've got a little bit of tea. We're gonna start off with obviously talking about some of the things that you guys want to know and the things I'm getting a lot of questions about when it comes to image, when it comes to being a 7, being a 9. To the girls who want to lock in for the summertime, hello, it's March 1st. It is March 1st. If we aren't together right now, or at least getting our things together right now, it's a wash. It's a wash. You're going to have to wait till next year. Okay? And we don't want that because you guys are always crying about, oh, I want to look good for my vacations, because people have vacations planned. People have things planned. And you want a little extra motivation, right? To pop out and actually take pictures this year and actually be seen and actually live the life that you always wanted and actually be the girl who's on your vision board. Well, you got to lock in here, because the big reason that a lot of you guys are hiding, not taking pictures, not putting yourself together, saying forget about it, is because you don't like how you look. Okay? And guess what? We can change that. Isn't that so great about life, that you can actually change the things that you don't like? That's great. So I'm here to help you guys do that. So we're going to talk about a couple things. I don't know if I want to start off with some of the questions that you guys have been sending in. I really want to address some of those, but since I know you guys are going to have questions throughout the live, I guess I'll save all the questions as we go. I don't know. All right, we're gonna start off with something big. Now, we've been talking about what? The big 3. Okay, the big 3, and you guys are not making enough noise for me about the big 3, because the big 3 is what's changing the girls' dating lives. It's changing the girls' professional lives. It's changing their confidence. The big 3 is doing it. You know what's not doing it? Buying another fancy $30 lotion. And as a girl who loves a $30 lotion, I am not telling you not to do that. I'm just telling you this actually does something for real, where you could now walk into bigger rooms. You are now happier being photographed, or when your boss asks for you to speak, you are more confident. The big 3 does that. The lotion doesn't. You see where I'm going here? Okay. Now, if we don't know big 3, who doesn't know big 3 here? If you don't know big 3, I want you to put the 3 in the chat. If you have no clue what the big 3 is, I need to see what is the room like? Are these a lot of people who have been here before, or is everybody new? What is the big 3? If you don't know, put a 3 in the chat. I want to know. Does everyone know or not? Okay, we have a lot of 3, so people don't know what the big 3 is. That's important. That's important. That's important. Okay. Now, okay, people are just making up their own stuff. Okay, that's cool too. I love y'all. But yeah, it's the big 3. Okay, so the big 3. This is the big 3 that's gonna move your needle. So if we're talking about a glow up, it's the big 3, and the big 3 can be done. The glow up can happen in 60 days. People do not think this is possible. But the thing is, I have evidence over 11 years of styling that is possible. I've shared tons of it on my page. I've been sharing more transformations even on long form on YouTube. It's so possible. Okay, so the big 3, the glow up. Now, what's the big 3? Number 1. There's not really an order, but there's 3. Okay, number 1, we're gonna say hair. Hair that likes you back. Big. Think about how you are when you've got a great hairstyle and you just leave the hair salon, the barbershop, wherever it is you leave. Think about your aura. You don't mind running an extra 10 errands. You don't mind being in front of the camera. We need the hair to give liking you back every day, though. Every day. And unfortunately, in the image audits, I'm seeing that you guys are picking hairstyles at random. You guys have no science behind how you pick your hair. You think it's just by chance. You think, oh, okay, well, let's just see how my hairstylist is feeling today. Maybe I'll get a good one. No. This is actually going to be science-backed. How is it science-backed? Well, okay, we've got to consider color, right? Have you ever seen one of your friends go blonde and you're like, hey, hun, what's happening? Like, you're concerned for her because the color doesn't like her. So there's a science to hair and like it liking you back. Color, okay. Length. Wait, girl, let's start this over. Oh no, it's almost Monday. We gotta spell length right. Hold on. There's no way. Now let's go back. Length, okay, and shape. Okay, length and shape. How often have you thought about your head shape? Now, we can't just go and see that Sabrina Carpenter and Thames and whoever the hot girl of, like, who you think is the hottest girl, whatever she's done to her hair, and be like, yes, that's for me. How do you know that? Oh, you're just guessing because SZA is your favorite artist? No. They need to be working with your length and your face shape, okay? So if you've got a long head, you don't need long, low volume styles. So maybe you don't need the hair all the way down the back. Maybe we don't need that because your head is already long. Your face is already long, okay? We need to be factoring this in, okay? For men, you guys know for men, this has to also do with facial hair. Huh? Have we ever seen the guys who, oh, I'm cutting off my beard, and you're like, oh my gosh, why did you do that? Like, please, alert the authorities, okay? Like, we need to understand that the same way that you look at other people making hair decisions, and you're like, I don't know. I see you guys do that every day. Every day, okay? I'm in an image audit, and I'm like, what's going on? And normally, if you've ever met with me, if you've ever chatted with me, the first thing I'll say is, so what were we thinking about this? Or explain, I'm not going to just jump in and say this is horrible. No, I want to give you a chance to redeem yourself. Why did we go this route? What was the inspiration? I want you to give me something, honey, before I tell you. Honey, we never need to be this ginger color again. Because you looked about 15 years older for no reason. Okay? Recently, I had a girlie. She was doing a lot of bangs. Everything is a bang. And I'm like, if we don't get that bang out of here, it is ruining your whole face shape. It's making your face look overly inflated, right? For no reason. So, that's hair. Okay? Back to our glow up. So, how long does it take to change your hair? Let's think about it. It really don't take long. Like, if you could set an appointment right now with your hair girl, I don't know, unless you've got the most, exclusive hairstylist in the world and she only books out 3 months, you could call somebody or go on a website today, tonight, and schedule an appointment. That's what I mean. This stuff don't take long, but you don't have any direction. We'll get to that. Okay, number 2. Okay, style. Okay, style. And this is not just being the trendiest girl in the room. Style, it has to like you back, okay, in a couple ways. Number 1, body type, okay. Some of you guys like the Kibbe style. I hate Kibbe personally as a personal stylist. That's my hill to die on. I get it. I just think it's too limiting when it comes to style. But at least it helps you start to identify what your body type is. I like regular body typing. But we need to go with your body type, okay? So, another example. I had an image audit on Friday or Thursday, and the girly pop was only wearing bodycon. Which, okay, I'm not mad at that. You want to be a little sultry, a little sexy, give them a little something. I'm here. But here's the problem. The body type of a person who wears a bodycon, very specific. It doesn't work for every body type. So then when you're certain body type outside of that, it actually overly highlights the parts of your bodies that we should be trying to balance. So instead of you looking like hourglass, flirty, sultry, the eye is very confused on where to look, and you're not balanced at all. We don't like that, okay? And so certain parts might be popping out that we didn't want to pop out, and the parts that we did want to pop out, they're hidden. So what was the point? I'm not spending my money to look worse. We need to remember this concept, okay? Style. This is also colors, okay? This is also goals. Follow me. Your style needs to be working in partnership with your goals. Okay, what do I mean? Okay, well, if my goal is, so all the ambitious girlies in the room, hello. If my goal is to be director in the next year, then when I go to work, my style does need to match that. If my goal is to be dating more, then when I'm outside, or even when I'm on my dating profile, or whatever way that you're choosing to meet people, that has to work together, right? I had a client who we were able to change her dating life so fast because her style was not aligning up with her goals. She's like, no, actually, I'm doing great at work. I'm doing great when it comes to this, great when it comes to that. But my dating life is in the toilet. In the toilet. Then we changed her style, and she was like, oh, I didn't realize it was this easy. I'm like, yeah, because you're dressing like you didn't care at all. Like, she was giving, oh, you know, I'm going on a date, but you would have thought she was going on an errand. Like, huh? T-shirt with a biker short with a weird random blazer? What's happening? We don't know what's happening. Can you give a look, okay? That's going to work with the goals, okay? Okay? This is what we want to see. So, this is what I mean by style. But it all, so far, remember, has to like you back. It has to be doing something for you. So there can be things that we like. Oh, I like that bodycon dress. But then you put it on and you're like, oh, it doesn't like me. And all you have to do is note that down. That don't work. Okay? And then what you can do is you can appreciate certain things from afar and then learn what actually likes your body. Because every body type has things that suit it. Unfortunately, you guys don't know how to dress your body types. And so what happens is all you can think about is, oh, when I was skinny, when I was in college, when I was this, when I was a size 2, you don't know how to dress your body type. That's actually the problem. Because what, you're going to demonize yourself because you were size 2, now you're size 8. Oh, I need to get back. If I just got smaller again, then... Or you could learn how to dress your body right now, because I promise you, your body's going to go up and down for the rest of your life anyways. Okay? Not saying to not be a gym girly. Love a gym girly down. But let's be real about our body type so that we can be fine at every corner of our lives. And not just that one time back in the day. Right? I hate that for y'all. I hate that for y'all. That we are in that chokehold. Alright? 3. Skin / makeup. Okay? And guess what? You see how there's 2 options here? I'm not saying, hey, you know, just do the one. Do both. Okay? Both. Together. Now, obviously, when I'm talking to most of my men, they're not in on makeup. I wouldn't be surprised if men start getting in on makeup. The way they're getting in on other things. Like more men, I'm saying. Yeah, but skin and makeup. So skincare and makeup should be up there. Should be up to par, darling. Does this mean we now have to go watch a million zillion YouTube videos? No, not at all. Because you only need 2 makeup looks. 2. For the girls who are intimidated, and I know a lot of you guys are intimidated by makeup. And so what you say is, oh, you know, I'm just going to focus on the skincare. Or, you know, I don't really know a lot about makeup. Or like you say these things like, oh, I like it really light and minimal. So me too. I still know how to put a little 1-2 together, especially if you are someone who wants to increase your visibility professionally, socially, or dating wise, romantically. You're gonna need a little 1-2. Somebody's inviting you out. Now you're panicking. You gotta go book Beats by Bree. You gotta go book all these people. That's great when you have the luxury of doing that. Maybe you have the time, you know a friend, you're in a good town. But sometimes you won't have that luxury. I have learned that. I have learned that through years and years ago. I used to always be the book a makeup artist. No. I remember one time, let me tell y'all, I went to Miami with my homegirl. It was a whole bunch of us. We went to, and we found a makeup artist. When we got to the makeup artist place, first of all, it was like in a warehouse, abandoned. We thought we were going to get kidnapped, first of all, okay? We get in there, the place is dirty. And we're like, okay, well, her station's not too dirty. Let's see. Girl, by the time we both got our makeup done, which our makeup took like 30 minutes each, which does not even compute. By the time we left, my friend was having an allergic reaction. You got to know how to do your own makeup. When I tell you we drove to a CVS, got some makeup wipes, wiped that whole makeup off, and had to do it on our own anyways. That was the last time I let somebody play in my face. Learn to do your own makeup. A little 1-2. Right now, this is what I call like a daytime 1-2. Then, learn how to do a nighttime 1-2. Okay? Next, skin. Skin, very important. Especially in 2026. I think more and more people are getting onto skincare. Now when I talk to people about it, they're like, actually, I just started something. I just got a new product. I just got this. People are getting more into their skin. So we need this to be an AM and a PM routine. Okay? And if you are right now listening to me, and the only thing you have in your routine is a face wash and a moisturizer or SPF, you are not here yet. I need you to lock in here. You should have serums, essences, toners. You should be going to get facial treatments, skincare treatments at least 2 to 4 times a year. You should have a regimen that's systemized. Not something that's heavy, not something that's going to bombard you, slow you down, but a system, okay? When I'm talking about these 3, and there's only a list of 3, it's so that you do not get bogged down trying to get fine. You're getting bogged down when every day somebody's showing you a body glow. Girl, you need these. You don't need the body glow yet. That's extra. That's extra. If you're already here and then you want to add a little razzle dazzle, sure, buy that $50 lotion. I don't care. But your hair doesn't like you back. It's already making you look washed out, tired. Your style's atrocious. You actually look older than you are and you're not in line with your goals. Your skin and your makeup are trash, so you don't look like somebody who's well taken care of and put together and polished. And you wonder why it's not what's happening for you. You wonder why it can never line up. Okay? Now, see some things happening in the chat. Let me see what's happening in the chat, and then let me keep going. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, yes, the girls know. Skin, hair, wardrobe. Hey, Ashley. Okay, but Meg and them switch it up twice a day. Switch up what exactly? They switch up what? Now, if you've been following me long enough, about 2 or 3 years ago, I used to do a lot of celebrity breakdowns on their hair. Okay? What did I call it? I forgot what I called it, but they're still all on my TikTok. And I would take celebrities and I would show hairstyles that are working or not. Yes, celebrities change their hairstyles all the time, but it's clear. If you have an eye, not everyone can tell, but if you have an eye, you can see, why does she do that? Why did she do a pixie? Why did she do this style? Not every style that they do, even if it's new, is actually good or better. Sometimes we see a celebrity change their hair and we're just like, go back to the old one. Or we're like, yes, this is the new one. We like this one, right? So just because people are changing things doesn't mean that it's better or good, right? Okay. But you have to find the right style. Yes, absolutely. Yes, I'm an apple. I don't do bodycon. Must do A-line. Absolutely. Absolutely. Apples, you got to know how to dress your body type. Inverted triangle, you got to know. Everybody needs to know how to dress their body type. Ashley is the truth. Oh, Carla is the truth. Get the hair analysis. Yes. Ashley did a hair analysis with me. Get the hair analysis or get the image audit. Right now, the girls are locked into the image audit. If you've never done hair analysis with me or anything, you can start with the image audit. It's a really good way to kick off knowing where you stand in these 3 areas and how we can improve it, right? So for one of my last image audits, which one of the girlies, she actually found me in the lives and then she signed up. One of her biggest things were skin and style. Her hair, she was pretty good on. I gave her a couple extra tips, but style, we're actually going to be working one-on-one to build that because she's a little lost in dressing her body type. And skin and makeup, I definitely saw a big lack because the first thing I saw is I could tell her skin was very dry and dehydrated. And we know if you got dry, dehydrated skin, that's the first thing to age you, the first thing to start adding extra lines, creases, and all that stuff. And I'm like, girl, we're only 31, right? Like, it's too young. 2 of the 3 must be done at least to look presentable in public, in my opinion. I agree, Alexa. I think 2 of the 3 must be done to look presentable, but we don't just want presentable, right, class? Who just wants presentable? Presentable. Who just wants that? Anybody? Because I don't. I don't just want presentable. I want the whole caboodle. I don't want to just be giving good enough. If I'm not giving it at least a 7, then what are we doing? What are we doing? Okay? Let's see. Let us see. Beats by Bree. Yes. Okay. Let's see. Okay, cool. A lot of new girlies. So we have somebody asking, what's the image audit? So the image audit is a 1-hour time that you and I are going to lock in how to get you to glow up fast with a plan. Okay. So during that time, I'm going to go ahead and go through your past styles of hair, clothes, skin/makeup, and help you identify what's working and what's not and how to level it up. So like I said, most recent one, we came up with a skin and makeup plan for her, and we're working on style more in depthly because she was really, really lost with style, and it was really apparent. And I was like, ooh, I'm kind of scared. I'm going to hold your hand through the style part because I'm a personal stylist, so I've been doing this for years and years. So that's what the image audit is. It's for people who are like, I need to glow up. I'm trying to be attractive. I'm trying to elevate this, but I'm so lost. Carla, can you tell me where I am right now? And then help me come up with a plan to be better, right? Because again, the plan to be better is not wispy lashes and a body glow and nails. You've been trying that and you realize, maybe it's not working. You see how you didn't really get any results? But my clients, and again, I say this stuff proud and loud because my clients will come in here and talk. You can go on my YouTube, you can go on my TikTok, and you'll see clients come back and comment, or I'll talk about them because they're getting results. And you guys are not getting the results, worried about wispy lashes and a new nail set. Okay? Are those things bad? No, but those are secondary. That's after you got these down. 1, 2, and 3. Once these are done, and you want to start adding, ooh, I got the baddest nails in the land. I've got the baddest lashes in the land. Yes, but those are not going to overcompensate when your skin is not glowing. Your makeup is trash. Your hair makes you look old. The style is giving unhoused, right? This is what I'm seeing day to day. And I'm like, no, baby, especially my young ones. It pains me. Under 50, and we are just giving up? No, I can't. Can't do it. Can't do it. Do we need to send you anything for the audit? Yes. After you sign up, you will see the instructions on what to send. It's literally just some photos. Nothing fancy. It don't need to be a fancy photo. Whatever you got on your Instagram, your Facebook, in your phone, I don't need a lot. I just need to see 1 or 2. Okay? That is for that. I feel like part of being more than presentable is standing out. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. We don't just want to be presentable. Presentable is like what most people are. Most people are presentable. Like they're not gonna, totally embarrass you, but like, are they giving enough for you to remember them, or what I call be sticky? No. And if you are an ambitious woman watching this live right now, I need you to be sticky. I need you to be highly visible. The growth that you want comes from being visible. There is going to be a certain place you get to in your accomplishments and in your career that will stall until you learn how to compound it with an image. That is the truth, because I talk to your bosses. I work with corporations. I don't work for them. I work with them. They hire me on to come talk to their teams. Hey, you guys are in front of these kind of clients. It's not working. I don't say it that way, obviously. This is us peeking on a Sunday, right? But this is exactly how your boss feels, just so you know. Okay. All right, perfect. Okay, so now let's get back to some of these notes. Okay, I'll jump back and forth. Hopefully the live does not kick me out. It's been kicking me out lately. I don't know why. It's like after 40 minutes, it wants to kick me out. All right. So skin and makeup. So we've got AM and PM. So again, girlies, if you're just on the face wash, etc., it's not gonna do it. So AM and PM. Now, remember, we want to see things like a toner. We want to see an essence. We want to see serums. Hello? I said essence. We want to see serums. We want to see SPF, of course. We want to see moisturizers, of course. We want to see you switching up and targeting the parts of your skin that aren't working. Do you guys actually get in the mirror and look to see what's working and what's not? That is part of the image audit. I can tell you guys don't know your best features. I think more of you know what you don't like about yourselves, which is usually your body. I'm going to be honest. I think that a lot of women struggle with their bodies. And when I first started posting on TikTok, one of my first series was, you hate your body, and I'm here to fix that. Because people did not know how to dress their bodies, and they still don't. So I'm very, very big on dressing your body now. Okay? But do you think about what you like or what you think is your best feature? I want to hear some best features. Nah, I need some best features in the chat right now. What is your best physical feature? Not the fact that you're charitable and you're so sweet and you're patient. I love all of that. The Lord is good. It is Sunday. But I want to hear some physical best features. What are the features we need to be milking? I want to hear them. I want to hear them. I want to hear them. Lips. Okay. Face card. Eyes and lips. Okay. Period. Let's see. Body. Okay. I want to see more bodies on here. I want to see body more often, because I'm telling you, that is the one that people seem to struggle with the most. Okay. Teeth. Okay. Teeth is a good one. Smiles. You know what? Oh, somebody else. Your name is Carla too. Smile. That's a good one. That is a great one. Collarbones and eyes. Slim waist. Okay. Period. Yes. High cheekbones, almond eyes. Okay, yes, I'm loving this. I need us with this energy. Because when we are thinking about image audits, glow ups, getting to attractive, you have to not lean so much on the bad. In the image audit, I am going to call out what's not working. But I'm going to call out what's not working and help us lean more into what is working and make it better. Okay? Recent client, one of hers was her eyes. I saw a few of you say your eyes. And so we come up with a plan on how we're going to maximize her eyes being, she now needs to be like siren eyes. Like, we're locking into that. She's got that, and then she's got like a great rack. Let's just say that. I'm like, we need to be milking both of these. Why are we hiding? Okay? Beautiful. I love all of these. These are great answers. Okay. So that's what I want for you guys. I want us to milk your best. Milk your best. Milk your best. So if my best is slim waist, I need to see that waist. And that doesn't mean crop tops only. That means I need to be wearing things that highlight the fact that my waist is snatched, honey. Because you know how hard it is? I'm trying to be like you. Who said this? Japs, I'm trying to be like you. Waist is not slim. I'm trying to be just like you. Okay? So we have a trainer for. Okay. Somebody said, dag, I don't know what a toner is. People are asking for toner recommendations. Oh, we love some Korean skincare toners. We love some Paula's Choice. We love some Anua. Who else do we love for a toner? Ooh, those are both really good toners. I hope you guys wrote those down. Anua, ANUA, and then Paula's Choice. Those are some good brands to look at for toners. Yes, you do need a toner. You do need a toner. If you're watching, you have no toner, then I don't know where we almost lost the plot already. Straight out the bag. Because that's what I'm going to next. Going to toner next, right? Essence, serum. Then I'll put SPF/moisturizer. You know, everyone knows we need an SPF at this point. But sometimes the SPF is the moisturizer, and I think that's the best way to go. So you're not like overcomplicating this whole thing, right? And then PM. PM is a great time to get some multi-purpose masks, right? This is also a great time to have any and masks can be the ones that like you are actually sheet masks, or the ones that you lay and apply like out of a jar and they're like a product that you're putting on. We also want to see during the PM, you really targeting your problem areas. If you have hyperpigmentation, smile lines, frown lines, whatever, if you have marks left over from old acne, this is the time to correct, okay? So that the work that we're doing, especially in the AM, helps with that. And then the biggest thing at night, heavy on moisture. Doesn't mean heavy products, just being really, really intentional on how you moisturize, okay? I'm really liking, there's this pink collagen gel from, where is that from? Medicube. It's all pink. It doesn't have the little beads in it. I really love that as like a last product at night after I've done all my other things, because it's just got this really moisturizing jelly feel. And then I might do on top of it like a little oil or something to seal it in. Like heavy on keeping that skin moisturized, because that's what's going to help your skin glow and feel supple forever. Okay? And we need that. We need more of that. All right, so let's see. Oh, yeah. I struggle so much with hyperpigmentation. Me too. But I think I might have found some things for that. I think I may have found some good solutions for us. What am I liking a lot right now? What am I liking a lot right now? Oh my God, I can't remember any of them. There's one product I got from TikTok, of course. Who else is just buying all this random stuff from TikTok? I'm embarrassed. I got a product from TikTok. I wish I remember. It's in like in a log tube. It looks like toothpaste. That's been working wonders. And so has like this turmeric soap. So I do the turmeric soap along with my facial soap, and then putting that product, and then highly moisturizing. My hyperpigmentation is almost gone. I think if I keep that up for another like 2 months, I'll be good. Okay? Perfect. All right, doll. All right, so let me see what else. Yes, yes, absolutely. Thank you for writing that down, Fundi. Yes, so those are great products to check if you don't have a toner at all. Now, so for the big three, why are we saying that these are the ones that matter, right? Carla, why not nails, right? Every woman needs a good nail, right? Why not lashes? Why not, any other thing you can think of? Well, because if you think about the times, think about like any iconic time that you've seen somebody look good. If any of you guys are into the NAACP awards, that award show just happened. Before that, what was it? The Oscars. Think about these red carpet moments. You do not know what their nails are doing. Most of the time, actually, their nails are so plain. Plain Jane nails, honey. They don't have much. Their nails are done, clean, manicured, but like, they don't have much going on. Even their lashes, most of the time, are not like that amazing. But you know what's amazing? You're like, oh, she had this cute little brown pixie, and she had this white dress on, and it had, like, you're remembering these things, and she had a little red lip. Oh, I died. That's the stuff. This is the stuff that a look is made of, okay? But the great thing about the big three is that if you can just lock into 3 of these components on a day-to-day and come up with what I call a system, a system so that this is not hard for you, then oh my gosh, I love that. Because every day you can wake up and be giving. Every day you can wake up and be giving, honey. You understand what I'm saying? So when I say that, it's because I don't want you getting lost in the sauce of the internet. Okay? I, as someone who's in this industry, have seen all these videos, and I'm overwhelmed. I'm like, oh my gosh, another thing we're supposed to be doing. You know, every 2 weeks it feels like they come out with RPF and this new treatment. It's too much. It's too much for the average common person to actually like do and keep a track of. Okay? And so that's why I want us to lock into 3 so that we at least get to what I like to call 7 out of 10. And believe it or not, 7 out of 10 is enough to stand out. Because most people are usually stuck around a 5. Okay? Most people, when you go out, they're about a 5. Maybe a 4, 6, like they're in that. Maybe a little cute, they're a little put together. Maybe they have 2 out of the 3 here, so they're about a 6. But this is enough to stand out and look like, oh, where are you going? Where are you going after this? Nowhere. I just wanted to look good. I just enjoy looking good. It's, you know, that is the energy I'm claiming for you. Locked in here. Okay? Now, I want to know if we have any other questions before I get to our last portion for today. Okay. Where do we start? We start with the big 3. We start with the big 3. We don't, that's why I said they're not in particular order. I have numbered them because I call it the big 3. But there's not like, hey, start with style every time. Start with all 3. Everything else that you're working on for your image, the nails and all that stuff, you can pause that for a sec. Look right here. Okay, great. So now if you're thinking on a personal level, where do I start? Think about what you have coming up. Like, think about where you are in your life. Maybe you're like, well, I just got a haircut. Right? Or maybe I just did something with my hair. So maybe you don't start with the hair. Because maybe you just did your hair. Maybe you just dyed it and like, okay, let's start with style or skin, honey. Because maybe you just did something big. Okay? Or maybe you're like, Carla, I literally just went shopping. I hate all the clothes, but I just went shopping. Well, then maybe you don't start right here. Maybe you start right here and then we ease back into this within the 60 days. You gotta ease yourself into it based on where your life is. I understand that. But I would say these all should be happening. Okay? What about hyperpigmentation of the lips? We need a lip scrub, honey. We need a lip scrub. They have a lot of easy solutions. I actually think that's easier than the rest. Color analysis. Yes, that's right in here for style. But color analysis does apply to style and hair overall because color analysis is a cheat code. I need all of you guys to know what your season is, your color season. And as a personal stylist, I am so excited that color analysis is back. It's a thing. When I started styling 10 years ago, nobody cared about it because it was a thing from the 80s no one cared about. It's back and it's very important. Let me tell you why. Color analysis is going to help you pick your hair color and your clothing color and your makeup colors. Instead of you taking a shot in the dark all the time, oh, I hope this is a good color. I hope it's a good color on me. After I dyed my hair and bleached and I did all these things, I hope it's a good one. We don't need to do all that. That's too much trauma, okay? It's too much of a commitment. Well, meanwhile, if you know what your colors are, your color analysis, your color season, you can skip so much drama. You can skip the awkward phase of you just dyeing your hair and you being like, I don't know, something just seems off. And your friends aren't going to tell you. And your family's not going to tell you. Maybe you'll have one opinionated grandma or aunt. But most people's family and friends don't tell them much. Okay? So we can skip that by having a color analysis. You see why that's important? I love that for you guys. Okay? How can you tell about your color? How can you tell about your color? Get a color analysis done. If you've never had one done, we will do one in your image audit. Okay? We will do one in your image audit. The difference in being able to tell whether the color is good, I'm sure a lot of you guys have experienced it in your own life, even on a small scale. You know, maybe your sister or your cousin or whatever comes in and they've got on a sweater, simple shirt or something. You're like, oh my gosh, you look so good in that color. Like, you don't know why. You don't know the science. You just know, yes, you need to wear that color more. Everyone has that. It's not just that one friend or cousin or whatever. Everyone has these colors that really refreshen us. So what happens when it's a good color is your skin looks more even and glowy, almost like you just got a facial. right? Your coloring is more lifted and harmonious, so everything about you just looks refreshed, cared for, like lifted. That's why it's like, wow, you just look good in that. Versus when the color hates you and you look more tired or sick or patchy or muted or muddy or whatever, right? That's the difference, okay? What about teeth? Good question. Teeth matters if your teeth are distracting. Okay? If your teeth are distracting. So most people, you guys remember like a couple years ago when a lot of people were getting their teeth done? I have no problem with you getting your teeth done. That's cool. But like most people don't really need their teeth done and doesn't change. But when it does change is if your teeth were distracting in the first place. So distracting can be a lot of different things, right? It could be from color. Maybe you're missing teeth. Maybe you have chipped teeth. Maybe you have a lot of gapping. Like, it's a lot of different things where it's like you feel like people are always looking at your teeth first. Then teeth needs to be on your list, and it needs to be number one. If your teeth are distracting, that needs to be your number one above anything. If people talk to your teeth and they judge you from your teeth and you can tell, yeah, teeth do matter in that case. But most people, like when I think about the people in my image audits, most people don't have distracting teeth. Their teeth are not distracting enough. Most of them either maybe had braces years ago, they've done a little bit of something to it. Like their teeth are not like fake looking, but they're also not distracting. You barely notice them on the most part, okay? But if you have distracting teeth, then you know it because you've lived that life of people always being up in your grill and you feeling insecure and you don't like to smile. You know if your teeth are distracting. And if your teeth are distracting, that needs to be on the budget yesterday. We find that budget because people judge you by your teeth so much. So much. It's almost like if your teeth are this way, you are this. It's like, it's so black and white. And I don't want you to miss out on opportunities because of it. Okay? The reason I care so much about helping other people glow up as someone who has blown up several times in their lives is because I actually, as someone who's been on both sides of blow up, know what it feels like to be on this side and that side. Okay? And I can mark seasons in my life where I'm like, wow, people really were treating me like this before. Like, I was just a homegirl before. I was just this before. I was just interesting. Data. I've gathered a lot of data through the years. So anytime that I'm talking about the big three and the glow up, I'm really, whether you guys end up being my clients or not, I want you guys to realize how much this shapes a lot of your movements and your goals. And unfortunately, in how it can block you. Okay? Unfortunately, it can block you. And I don't want that for you. So, let's see what else we got. So, hair, style, skin/makeup. So, it's Sunday right now. Right? It's Sunday. We're about to start our week, correct? We're about to start our week. How much of this has been considered? Are we just leaving this a chance? What do I mean? Well, do we have a system that's going to allow for all of these things to consistently be happening? Because what most people do is they do these things at whim. Oh my gosh, I'm going to be I got invited to a gala. I'm going to go get my hair done in this special way. And then that was it. After that, the hair is straw. It's nothing. It's always in a bun. It's always wet. Like, after that, the hair, like, there's no plan for the hair. Or style. Oh my gosh, I got invited to a work conference. I'm going to go buy 3 outfits. And then you buy the 3 outfits for the 3 days. And then you, after that, are just giving unhoused. It's always like, oh, I just kind of threw this together. And it's like, yeah, we know, right? What I mean is all of this stuff is always sporadic. Oh, I'm going to go get a facial, but I have no skincare regimen. I don't have a toner, an essence, a serum. I don't have none of this. I'm going to get a facial and spend this $200, but then I have nothing to maintain this. If I had to pick, gun to my head, facial or spending that same money to get these products, get the products first. Okay? Get the products first. Because if you're just going to do a facial and you have no products to go home to maintain that, yikes. You see what I'm saying? So when I say we're going into the week, what are your systems? What are your systems? How are you going to make sure that your hair is together? How are you picking a hairstyle that you can maintain? Okay. One of the big things that when I do hair consults, or even in this case now we've kind of melted all into the image audits, is I talk about, yes, color, length, shape, all this. And then I'll usually pull up some visual examples, or the client will have visual examples, and I'll say, yes, this works, that doesn't work, that doesn't work. But also, talk to me about your maintenance of these. Because I don't want you picking a hairstyle. There are hairstyles I love that I actually would look great in, but I know I can't maintain them. And if I can't maintain them, that means I will only look good for the first 3 days out of the chair. And that means for the what? Until I get back to the chair, I'm looking like a rag doll. I'm not signing up for that. I'm only signing up for what I can maintain. So if you have, let's say we do an image audit, you've got like these 4 or 5 options, but you're like, ooh, I can really realistically only maintain these 3. Well, those are the 3 we need to look at. And the other 2 can be for your wedding day, that fancy, your birthday, something like that. But if you can't maintain it, then you are going to be looking crazy for the rest of the week, and then you've lost the whole plot, right? So you see how we need a system. To any of my girlies who are corporate girlies, business girlies, or you're just a type A girl, then you understand how important not just having a good idea is, but a system. Fair? Let's see what we got. This is like a secret class. It kind of is. It kind of is a secret class, and I love that for us, okay? A lot of you guys end up leaving the class, coming back with questions, coming back to the next live, or signing up for your own image audit. And I love that. It's like a little group of us, okay? Let's see. Dr. Latoya says, I have hair, skin, makeup down. I need my own personal stylist. I have a stylist for special events. I need help with everyday outfit looks. Okay, Latoya, I want to see you sign up for personal styling. That is exactly what we're going to do in personal styling for you, which is me styling outfits for day to day. I understand, Dr. Latoya, you might be someone who, and I didn't look at your profile or anything, you might be someone who does a lot of speaking engagements, or like you're really front facing, so maybe you needed it really badly for special events. But day to day is where you're really going to get your style pop from. What do I mean by that? I personally rarely ever shop for special events. I shop for my lifestyle. And then I mix and match and move things around, and I lean more over here for this and lean more over there for that, so that I'm not constantly chasing the shopping of events. Shopping just for events often gets you a closet that's so mismatched that it never can come back together, and that's a problem, especially when you're investing your money into it. When I'm investing my money into it, that means on a Monday, Tuesday, Sunday morning, whatever, I got something I can put on and I know I'm good, right? Like, that's important. How to do a color analysis. I recommend that you hire someone to do your color analysis. A lot of the girls don't want to. A lot of the girls want to skip the step. They want to go to ChatGPT. Chat doesn't know. Chat does not even doesn't even do a color analysis. What Chat does is it will look at you. It will see, oh, you are a fair-skinned woman with blonde hair, and they'll just clump you into something. They're not doing an actual color analysis. For example, if you are someone who looks like me, who's darker skinned, right, deeper skin, most of the textbook on color analysis says that you're a winter. So guess what Chat told me? That I'm a winter. And anyone who looks like me, don't waste your time, because Chat's going to tell you the same thing. You understand? Because they're not actually testing you. I've been doing this for years, so I've obviously done my own testing, so I know what I am. And I've gotten my testing done by someone else who I didn't tell I was a stylist. I was at an event. Actually, the company wanted me to try it. I did it, and I was like, oh, perfect. She got the same exact results as me. Because when you're doing a color analysis, you need someone who knows what they're talking about, and not a robot or an app or an AI. They're just going to go look up in the textbook, oh, looks like her eyes are brown, and she has this. She must be, ma'am, this is not how that works. Because you could look like 2 different things. Like, I'm a spring. You know who else is a spring? She's a different category of spring, but she's still a spring. Nicole Kidman. You think me and Nicole Kidman look the same? I don't think so. I'm just pulling that out of there. So you've got to be able to go to someone who does color analysis. Okay? What kind of changes would you recommend for someone who is bored with their look? I love this question. I don't know your name. It says L. What kind of changes do you recommend for someone who is bored with their look? I recommend, number one, that you don't let your boredom screw you over. Let's start there. Let's start there. Okay? Because I've seen many a girl screw herself over because she was bored. Okay? If you want to change your look, sign up for an image audit or do it at your own risk. Okay? Because what I see happen is people say to themselves, I'm bored with my look. I'm gonna do, let me tell you what most people will think about. I'm gonna change my hair. Because hair to them is like, oh, that's really fast. I can just call somebody tomorrow and change my hair, right? And so they'll say, I'm gonna change my hair. What do they think about? They don't have that many ideas most of the time, just being honest, because they're bored and they don't know where to look. They'll either go bangs, blonde, highlights, something like that. With no rhyme or reason, just boredom. And so then I'll go and I'll look at the photo. I'm like, what's happening here? Like, yeah, I wanted to just change it up, but you didn't have science to back it up. What's the science? Did you know what your best colors are? Okay, so the first thing, what are my best colors? Oh, I look so good in burgundy. I look so good. Oh, okay. Well, that's a concept. Let's explore that. Okay, what about the length? Well, I've been thinking about pixie. Why have you been thinking about a pixie? Because Halle Berry and whoever else had it was really cute? That's not enough. Do you know that your face shape likes a pixie? It's a very hard style to pull off. Most face shapes and length and dimensions will not pull it off well. And if you are an oval and you go online, they're like, ovals can handle a pixie. Just know, yes, but they also, not all of them. Because some people's heads are just genuinely too big. I'm trying to share something with y'all, okay? Right? Shape. Like, so we don't just do things off a whim. If you are bored with your image, yes, change these three. Change your makeup style. Change your style to be more in line with who you always want to look like. Change your hair to be in line with these elements. But don't just do it off of boredom or because you don't know at all what to do. Does that make sense? Always get guidance here, or you'll find yourself putting yourself in a deeper hole. You don't like it. You hate it more. You spent all that time and money in the salon, and now you're having to just go back to what you were before. Okay? I love this question because I just think it's one of the most genuine questions, because I hear a lot of this, like, boredom. I just wanted to switch it up. And when people just want to switch it up, you kind of go to like the easiest, lowest hanging fruit, and then you didn't have a reason to really. Okay? Great. Okay, cool. Okay, beautiful. So, it's Sunday. So I want us thinking about our system. Okay? Can I erase this, y'all? Or do I gotta go all the way down there? I kind of want to erase this so I can go to our next little stage. Okay? Alright, I'm gonna erase this because nobody's crying. Okay. So I want to talk about the system of how we make all these things happen. Because on Sunday, you should almost be like excited to go into the week. I know that you'd be like, all right, Carla, like now you lost me. But you should be excited knowing that like you're gonna be looking good, that you've got goals on the line, and that like you've put your life together in a way where it's like, ooh, I get to be cute. Like that is something to look forward to. It should be. If you're actually getting cute for real. Like, you guys know this. Like, let's imagine you're getting ready for, like, a girl's night or a date or, like, anything that you think is exciting or worth it to get ready for. Think about that feeling that you have when you're getting ready. You're like, oh, I'm about to be so cute. You should feel like that all the time. I feel like that every day. I feel like that every single day. Like, oh, I'm about to get so cute. Like, getting cute is fun, okay? But it's only fun if you know what you're doing. So I want to talk about, like, the system of staying cute, okay? Systems, okay? What is our hair system? Some people have a wash day. Some people have a rolling appointment, whether it's weekly, whether it's twice a month, whatever. You need a system for the hair. How are we going to keep our hair cute? Not only at the salon or at home, but maintaining it overnight. Okay, so that's the one question. How? Okay. Now, if you were following me for a few months or so, then you know one of my signature looks are like the tight curls that I do, which are pin curls. So every night I would throw some pin curls in to ensure that the next day my hair would be these really tight curls that people were obsessed with. You guys are still messaging me to this day. Tell us the hair routine. I'm like, I have. You guys didn't care. I have a whole video on there. But that's one thing. You got to have a plan on how to keep this cute, right? Not only from the appointment to daily, okay? Or you might need to revisit a new hairstyle. Can we be honest? Because you're either going to have your hairstylist tell you how to keep it cute. Like, hey, I love what you did. How can I do this at home? Or if you find like, okay, I've been trying to do what she did for 5 months. It's not working. You might need a new hairstyle. Because if you're going from the baddest girl in the room to ragdoll every 3 days, it's not going to work. This plan's not going to work. Okay? Number 2, when it comes to style, are we prepping our outfits? Okay? Are we prepping our outfits? Now, I understand this part can be hard if, number 1, you hate your clothes or your clothes are trash. I understand. I am not blind to the fact, okay, that some people's closets are not too strong. I know this because, again, I work with people one-on-one. A lot of you guys are some of my clients or have been or what have you. And I've looked at your closet on a piece-by-piece basis, okay? So I understand that. But for some of you, you actually got the pieces in there. But you don't never prep anything. So that means come Monday morning, after you log off the live, right? And you go wander to bed, you wake up in the morning, you're just throwing on whatever you see. And your brain is so busy worrying about being late that all you can do is grab a pair of black pants and some ugly sweater or something. But the outfit needs to give. So are we prepping our outfits? Now, if your closet sucks, then we need to work on that. That needs to be prior. If you're like, no, I got the hair thing, but the outfits are trash and I have nothing, then that needs to be the new plan. Outfit prep is going to keep you looking cute, okay? This is key. This is key. All right, if you've ever done any personal styling with me, you know you have your cheat code, okay? The cheat code is in your phone, okay? It is your app. It is your lookbook. I want to make sure, let me see. Who's the last person that popped up in here? So in here, if you're one of my clients, you'll go in your phone and you can literally say, what am I going to wear today? And you'll look at what did Carla put together from my clothes. I want to wear outfit number 17. And then you move on with your day, okay? My clients don't really have to outfit prep as much. But if you're not my client, I still recommend outfit prep. How are you going to be cute if all you do is grab that black pants and the sweater or whatever you can find with one eye half open in the morning? It's not going to work, okay? 3, skincare. Let's call it rotation. Yes, let's call it that. Skincare rotation. Okay. So obviously, like I said, you've got an AM, PM plan, right? Okay. Now, for the morning, you could probably keep it the same every day if you just want to keep your life simple. I'm trying to give you simple systems that you guys can handle and chew on and maintain, right? AM, PM. So let's say that's going to be the same every day. Same daily. But for PM, I want you to switch it up, even if you do every other day. One day it's a daily exfoliating wipe pads. The next day it's a mask. So you're giving your skin enough to target all of the areas. But instead of trying to buy every new product on TikTok Shop, every new thing you see, just lock into alternating 2 or 3 for the PM. So that way, AM in the morning, it's the same every day. Can't mess it up. You already know. And the PM is when we switch it up. And you just do Monday I'll do this, Tuesday this, you know, whatever, every other day, right? That way you are actually helping your skin to get to glow status, glass skin status, without overcomplicating it. Because if you're the girly who is always buying a brand new something on TikTok shop, because they will tell you to buy something every 3 seconds, okay? Don't get lost in that. Develop your system, because it doesn't have to, your skincare rotation or routine does not have to be, you know, the size of an Ulta display. It can be simple, but it just has to be targeted. Okay. All right. So 2 to 3 rotation. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So that's that, right? And then for makeup, all you have is, I guess I'll put this as like a side note, the 2 looks. Girl, you don't need more than that. You do not need more than that. You don't need to really change your makeup every day. You get a good makeup look that likes you, and you master the morning one and the evening one, let's say, you're going to be changing your outfits. This is really the magic, the outfits. Because if you lock in skincare, you got a low rotation, this nice system, nice and clean, you're vibing. 2 makeup looks. Great. Most of the week, you're going to be doing that light morning time look anyways. Maybe on Saturdays and Sundays, maybe you do something heavier, or Friday nights or whatever, right? So most of the time, you know which one you're doing. The outfit is where you really get to shine on a daily basis. Because hair, you could keep the hair the same. People think that they need to change the hair to be looking good all the time. Think about when people have like iconic hairstyles. They are not changing them. Are we locking in? Iconic Hallie, iconic Anne Hathaway, iconic Sabrina Carpenter, iconic SZA. A lot of times they're not really changing it. The hair be the same. Even if they kind of put this up here, up, down. I'm not saying that there aren't people that change their hair all the time, but you can still look amazing. You can still name celebrities who look amazing with similar hairstyles all the time. So even if you're doing 1 or 2 hairstyles and you rotate between them, that's enough. But it's the outfits where you get to have fun. And I want you to think of this as fun. Because the outfit should be in line with your taste. Okay? Your body and your goals. Let's just think about that. What I mean by having fun is, whatever your goal is, that's something that you really want. Whether that's at work, dating, socially, even just your energy, your confidence, whatever that is. Like, that's something that's probably on your vision board. So that should be fun for you to say, ooh, these outfits or the way that I'm building my closet is in line with my goals. This is exciting for me. I'm getting closer, right? Body, because we want to love what we have and work with what we got, okay? We can't all have everything. Hello? Right? Like, my girly pop who, I'm like, she's got a great rack. She's like, yeah, but I don't have this. Girl, I need to milk those. Not literally, but you catch my drift, okay? Body. And then taste. Taste is where you get to have the most fun, because it's like, my client yesterday, she described her style as powerful Disney princess. Yes. What is it that you want your style to embody? I like a sleek, chic moment, okay? Like, I like a lot of bold elements. Like, I want you to find the taste, because here's where you're going to be switching out the most on a day-to-day. But even in switching out the most, guess what? Weekly outfit prep. Weekly. Sunday, after you get off a live with Carla, guess what you should go do? Move around to your little closet. Pull a little 1-2. Get your week going so that you can look good. Okay? It's not hard. You see how everything that I've talked about is easy systems? I'm not talking about you need 18 rounds of this and 1 million of this and 5 more lotions. Girl, stop. It's actually not true. Now, that's when you want to get to a level 9 out of 10. Okay? When you want to get to a level 9 out of 10, it's going to be a job. Because people who are wanting to be a 9 out of 10, it probably is more linked to their job. Like, and I mean, like, literally, like, are they a model? Are they an influencer? Are they, like, there's somebody who, like, actually has to be fine. Capital F. But to stand out, look good, and be confident, that 7 will do it every time. Ask me how I know. Ask me how I know. Ask me how I know, because when clients get to this range, I notice they walk different. I'm like, you weren't doing this 2 months ago. Okay. And I love it. But understand, 7 out of 10 is a very powerful place. 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, you gotta be obsessed with this stuff. The way that I'm like obsessed with all of this, and I know the combination of, okay, when you have an AHA, you don't want to use this product, you want to use this product, you want to layer it. Don't even worry about all that. I want you to get right here. The game plan that I just had with the skincare and the breakdown, that's going to do it. That's going to get you elevated more than anyone else. Because guess what? Most people are intimidated and scared to do any of this. Because they think in order to look good, it's just genetics. If you want to high school, okay, with at least, I don't know about these little tiny high schools. If you went to high school with at least 100 people and you see them now, you'll be like, no, you used to be cute. That was their genetics just working for them. Because for most of them, you're 14, you're 15, you don't know much. You might have like a cool hairstyle. You don't know much. You might have landed on something cool, but you don't really know. Genetically, kind of carried you. But now, at this age, you actually have to make decisions to look good. They got to make decisions on how they dress their body. Do they take care of their skin? How's their hair looking? Do they look older for no reason? Do they look tired? Do they look like they don't care? Do they look like they've given up? You have to actually choose these. And most people don't. And that's what I mean. The 7 is a big deal. It stands out on its own. On its own. So these are the systems. This is the plan. Okay? Now, for those of you who are like, Carla, well, what about me? I'm this very specific person. I have this very specific hair. Very specific. Then get an image audit, babes, so that we can map out your very specific plans. Now, for some of you, this will be enough for you to get rolling. Okay? I have been talking to some of you guys after the lives end, and I can tell that you guys get a little flustered. And I'm like, that's okay. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to try to help as much as I can, as well as if you're not following me, make sure you follow, because I'm always making a video about something here. Okay? Trying to help. Trying to help. All right? Okay. In the skincare section, is it okay if I have five skincare routine? Like you have 5 different ones that you do at PM? That's fine too. That's just advanced. I try to give people what's going to give them impact with the least amount of work. Okay? The least amount of work. Because I know that most humans, we have enough work to do. You gotta do the laundry. You gotta wash the dishes. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. Like you have so much to do. Do you really want to have a list that's 85 miles long on how to look good? Of course you're gonna be like, it's not for me. Like, not for me. I gotta do what? I gotta do that for an hour before I do this and then do that. Nah. Me, I will get ready and out the door in 45 minutes in the morning. 45 minutes. The makeup is on, the hair is done, the outfit is tea, everything. And I will go out smelling amazing, and people will just be like, oh my gosh, you look so good. Oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. Oh my gosh, you smell so good. Oh my God, what are you? And it's 45 minutes. I'm not dedicating. I saw somebody comment earlier, 4 hours. What? Not even for my wedding day would I give 4 hours, my darling. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay? Everyone from my high school looks like a supermodel or like they let go of themselves. Yes. Yes. It literally is. After high school, people either are like, ooh, I'm going to get fined. I don't care what happens. I'm getting fined. Or you're like, you were really fine at some point. What happened? You know, what happened to you, homie? Like, what happened? And what happens is the genetics fall by the wayside because they're not keeping up with this. I'm telling you, you could be a really cute 8-year-old. You guys ever had any friends? I had some friends growing up. They just seem to like always be like really cute. Like, met them when we were 7. They were cute at 9. Like, they were always cute. Like, they never really seemed that like they had a bad era until they got older. Because it's like, now you actually have to make decisions to like put yourself together. And now other people are more locked in than you. Okay? When you said erased, it said facial under hair. It said facial under hair. What does that mean? I don't know. I don't know what that means, Lexi. I'm sorry. Facial under hair. Oh, facial hair for men. I was talking about men because I work with men and women. That's why I'm putting that in there. Yes, I have a whole system for AM and on skincare. I'm 44. Absolutely, Donna. You better have a whole skincare routine. That's what I'm saying. Like, people, if you lock in here, this is going to get you a lot of results, right? Having a strong AM of like 5 steps, and then having a PM that's on rotation, that's focused on, like I said in the last notes, hydration, like moisturize, like you being hyper moisturized. If you can make that one of your biggest things, that alone will have you glowing more than most. Okay. I look better at 44 than I did in high school. I'm just warming up. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I actually think that's great. I've had a lot of girlies who say things like, I look better in my 30s than in my 20s. Yes, I agree. I actually think if any of the girls on here who are not 30, who are like thinking about 30, if you lock in here, there's something about like 30s on a woman lands really well as long as she's taking care of herself. I don't know. I could be crazy, but when I'm looking around, I'm like, I think they've just really grown into their face and their bodies. It's just tea. I have really bad hyperpigmentation. Well then, my darling, your skincare needs to be where you invest the most. Okay? We're gonna be where you invest the most. Especially targeting that in the PM. Do it in the AM too. Make sure you find something like I was mentioning, hyperpigmentation. I like to use, what is it? Like one of those turmeric soaps. I use it before my actual prescription soap. So using something like that in the AM and then having a whole other plan for it in the PM. Because with hyperpigmentation, you do have to be a little bit aggressive because it can take so long to see that like turnover. Okay. Let's see. Advice for locks. Locks don't really make a difference whether you have locks, whether you have braids. You still have to have a hair routine and the hair has to like you back. So sometimes I'll see people who have, let's say, bigger locks, but the big locks don't make sense for their face. I'm like, you are drowning in hair. You should have skinnier locks, less volume, okay? Because volume is determined not by your taste, but by your face shape, okay? So that's very important. You want to make sure that the hair color of the locks, the length of the locks, the volume of the locks, the shape of the locks still like you back, just like if your hair were straight, just like if your hair were curly. Okay. All right. So there we go. Now, somebody says, I have all the products, but no motivation. You know, that's a really tough one. Because I think sometimes, I'm sensitive to the fact that it can be sometimes what feels like, who cares? I'm not saying depression, but it's like you're really lackadaisical and you're like, it's hard for you to get excited about things in life. And I will say that's a really hard place to be. Because something that a creator I like to follow on here, Les, said is like, I can't teach that dog. Like, you either got the dog in you or you don't. I can't make you motivated, right? Because that would require me to probably be by your bed in the morning and then, right, like next to you at the computer. Like, I can't make you motivated, honey. If you don't want it, that's okay. I think that actually a lot of people are not motivated, and that's why I said 7 out of 10 beats the population in general, stands out from the population because most people are not motivated or don't care or don't know enough to do any. So it's kind of a great example. But I definitely would say if you want to be motivated in this genre, in this area, watch some more of my videos. Watch some more people who talk about the impact of image in their lives. People are not just vain to be vain. I hope we know this. As someone, like I said, as someone who's gone from non-glow up to glow up and seeing how people treated me on both sides, how do I tell you? It's like you go from halfway invisible to very visible. It's a very different world, boo-boo. It's a different world. And I joked around and I said to somebody on socials, on the video, try it for 30 days. Try it for 30 days. If you don't think nothing changes, if you don't see no difference, and really do it. Don't just do it like half-assed. Let's be for real. Do it for 30 days. Get fine for 30 days. You will never want to go back because you're like, this is how it is over here? Oh no, I'm never gonna be over there on that side. People treat you differently. People extend grace to you differently. People are gonna offer you more things. It's more free. It's more, can you do this? It's more, it's a different energy. It's a different vibe. You know, that's why I say, like, there's some things, you ever try to explain something to a friend where you're like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like, just come with me. That's how I feel. Just come with me and you'll see. Just come and you'll see that there's a difference in how you feel and how people feel around you and how people treat you and the doors that open. I don't make the rules, okay? So I can't change the world and how everything is. People are always like, oh, it's not fair, it's not fair. I'm like, I don't know if it's fair or not. I can't say. But I do recognize the reality. And I would love for you to be able to navigate through reality well, right? Like, it's like, we don't really like that money is so important, but it's like, that's the reality. So now let's learn to earn money and manage it. And, you know, like, it's the reality. So let's get in line, huns. 7 out of 10, okay? See if there's any last questions, and then I'm peacing out. All right, I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to be good for Sundays, and I locked in. I'm so happy. If you guys don't know, I've been recently, maybe for the past 2 or 3 weeks, been doing lives 2 nights a week. That's what I can commit to, okay? Because I do work late. Sometimes I have client sessions I've got to drive to. I work at 6. Like my days are not predictable. So Sundays though, I don't work, so I can lock in with you guys. All right. Yes, money is a fair comparison. Yes, I totally agree. I just want you guys to learn. Is the live recorded? It is, and I need to start putting them on YouTube. I need to start doing that because I have about 4 or 5. I have a couple of them that I've recorded. They're there. I just need to put them there. Okay. Yes, keep following for more because, again, I will be sharing more videos on my page like I do almost every day, and doing more lives. Okay. Because the goal is that you guys, I need you guys fine. I need you to look at the calendar real quick. What's today's date? It's March 1st. March is that big shift from like that winter energy to we're about to be outside energy to that we're going on vacation energy. It's going to be a lot more events and conferences and reasons for you to no longer be able to hide inside. Maybe you live in New York. Maybe it's been snowing. Maybe you're like, I'm hibernating. I'm barely going out. It's about to be over. Make sure when it's over, you are confidently, happily killing the big 3, grown up in a way that allows you to happily go outside and be where you need to be. Okay? If you find that you're always, saying no, whether it's you always say no to the invite or you say no last minute because you can't find something to wear, you hated your outfit, you hated how you look. I know this happens to a lot of women because you guys tell me. You guys tell me in the one-on-ones. Yeah, I'll just cancel and say I'm not going anymore because I didn't know what to wear. I didn't like what I was wearing. I didn't like how I looked. And I'm not going no more. No. It's March. 60 days from now, it'll be what? May? Yeah. And May sounds like an outside time, doesn't it? Sounds like a time to be outside. In whatever capacity. We're going to have concerts galore. We're going to have events galore. We're going to have travel galore. We're going to have work events galore. That is the time where people just want to have something just to have something. And I want you to stop canceling because there's more opportunity and money and connections happening when you are highly visible. You want to be invisible? Don't be mad that other people are getting the chances and the opportunity and the money and the everything that you're not getting because you're hiding. How would we know? You're not even here. You don't even show up. You don't show up. So, yeah, we kind of forgot about you. Right? So, if we lock in, it's March 1st. It'll be a good season. All right, y'all? All right. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm done for the night. I hope to see you guys later this week in the lives. I hope everyone has followed so that they can continue to see when I go live, number one. And number two, all the videos that I share throughout the week. I also expect to see some of you guys in the image audits. I expect to see some of you guys in the personal styling one-on-ones, the people who really need help with their closets, okay? It's been a blast. Thank you.